Hello everyone, myself Rajkumar. I am from ECEB. Today we are going to discuss about propagation of light in a cylindrical dielectric rod. First of all, what is light propagation? Propagation means transfer of light from one dimension to another dimension or one place to another place. First of all, propagation of light refers to the manner in which an electromagnetic wave transfers its energy from one point to another. There are three types of process propagation generally occur when light passes between the boundaries from one medium to another. Those are transmission, reflection, and refraction. Transmission is nothing but transmission of photons. When we incident a light on a metal plane, the photons will be absorbed through the metal plane such as sodium. Reflection means light reflects from one medium to another medium, and refraction propagation of light in fiber. To understand the general nature of the light, we have to see it in the optical fiber. First of all, consider a construction of the optical fiber which has core, cladding, and cover. The innermost is called core. First of all, we have to construct a optical fiber which has of three layers. The first of all, the innermost is the called glass core of very thin diameter and slight lowest refractive index. Let it be N2. The light wave which can propagate along a such optical fiber. It may we have used here glass because means the light can be reflected backwards from when there is a curve. Due to this, we are using the glass core. It is called as a single mode propagation along the standard size of the fiber. Single mode fibers are capable of carrying only one signal with specific wavelength. In multimode propagation, the light propagates along the fiber in zigzag fashion, provided it can undergo total internal reflection at the core cladding boundaries. Total interruption at the fiber wall can occur only if two conditions are satisfied. In multimode propagation, so many beams will be passed and the light propagates along the fiber in zigzag manner. Due to this, the light undergo total internal reflection at the core and cladding boundaries. If you want to see the total internal reflection at which only occur at two conditions, those conditions are: first one, the index of the refraction of glass fiber must be slightly greater than the index of the refraction of the metal surrounding the fiber. It means the refraction of glass fiber, the dispersion of glass fiber must be slightly greater than the material. It means the glass refraction must be greater than the refraction of the material or cladding. If refractive index of glass is fiber is equal to N1 and refractive index of glass coating equal to N2, therefore N1 greater than N2. Second condition, the angle of incidence phi1 of light ray must be greater than the critical angle phi c. It means angle of incidence must be greater than the critical angle. Due to this, total internal reflection will be taken place. A light beam is focused at one end of cable. The light enters the cable at different angles. The light source is surrounded by air and the refractive index of air is named as N0, which is equal to 1. If we want to send a beam through the optical fiber cable or dielectric cable, the light must be focused at one end of the cable, and it travels with different angles. It has surrounded by the air, and it has air as a refractive index which is equal to 1. Let the incident ray makes an angle phi 0 with a fiber axis. The ray enters into glass fiber at point P, making refracted angle phi 1 to the fiber axis. Then the ray is propagated diagonally down the core and reflect from the core wall at point Q. When the light ray reflects off the inner surface, the angle of incidency is equal to the angle of reflection, which is greater than the critical angle. Due to this, the total internal reflection occurs. In order for a ray to propagate down the cable, it must strike the cladding interface at an angle that is greater than the critical angle. If light must travel from one end of the cable to the other end, the light must strike the walls of the core and cladding at some instant angle, and that angle which is greater than the critical angle means angle of incident must be greater than the critical angle. Due to this, the total internal reflection occurs. Next one, the optical fiber structure and mechanism of transmission is shown in the following figure. Here it is a cylindrical dielectric rod which has a protective coating inside the open space. White shaded unshaded region is called as core, and the shaded region is called cladding, and the stripped region is called protective coating. The condition to what we have learned, we are gonna discuss in this diagram. The optical fiber structure and mechanism of transmission shown in the following figure. In order to occur the propagation of light, total internal reflection should be taken place. We are at the core and our cladding interface. So we have to demonstrate it. First of all, we are taking it is a multi-mode fiber. In this we are using two light rays. First one, number one light ray is traveled at, we are sending number one light ray from the down region to, and it is intersecting at a core and cladding interface. We have named it as theta c, and we have made an angle of, and we have drawn a line normal to it. The normal line is also drawn in here as dotted lines, and it is form of core. Here angle of acceptance must be less than the angle of incidence. First of all, we have to see what is acceptance angle. Acceptance angle. The acceptance angle of an optical fiber is defined as based on purely geometrical considerations such as ray optics. It is the maximum angle of a ray hitting the fiber core, which allows the incident angle to be guided by the core. Total internal reflection. The complete reflection of a light ray reaching at interface with less dense medium when the angle of incidence exceeds the critical angle. Waveguide is an electromagnetic feed line used in microwave communications, broadcasting, and radar installations. A waveguide consists of a rectangular or cylindrical metal tube or pipe. Next one, critical angle. When the angle of incidence in water reaches a certain critical value, the refracted ray lies along the boundary, having an angle of refraction of 90 degrees. The angle of incidence is known as critical angle. Thank you.